Hi, and welcome to my channel where I review clean and non-toxic beauty products. All of the products that I review here I find on the EWG or Environmental Working Group database, which I will link down below. And today's topic is nail polish, which is a big one. It is hard to find a nail polish that isn't bad for you that actually works. So we're going to take a look at this brand and see if it does the trick. So this is a clean or like low hazard nail polish from the line Love by Essie. This is a special line of nail polishes by the popular brand Essie that is 80 and 85 in the case of this top coat % plant-based. And so these nail polishes received a hazard score of 1 out of 10 on the EWG website. And I gravitated toward trying these polishes because Essie is just such a popular brand, and I was kind of thinking that of all the brands that would have a clean, low hazard nail polish, they're likely to have one that actually works. One thing I forgot to add that I just wanted to quickly insert in here is that it was hard to find these nail polishes. I'm not sure if they are available in the United States. I think they're available in Canada. It's possible the company is not making them anymore. I'm not sure, but the only place that I was able to find these was Amazon. And I got these about a year ago, I want to say, so I have had the experience of using these for about a year, so I do feel like I have a good sense for how they work and how they wear. I do have 4 colors here today. This one is a pale green color. That's the one that I have on now and the one that I'll be demoing. And this is a pale lavender color that's called Putting Myself First. And this is a pink color called Back to Love. And then this is a plant-based top and base coat. It's just clear. They're all in these very classic glass nail polish bottles, so really looks just like a conventional nail polish. Now, let's talk about the smell for a second. You would think that a non-toxic nail polish would not have those, knock you over the head fumes that it seems like you could get high on the way that conventional nail polishes do. This one kind of does have that, unfortunately. It does not smell great. It has a fume smell to it that is definitely better than a conventional nail polish, but it still kind of smells like chemicals. What is the consistency of this like? The consistency of this nail polish is almost exactly like a conventional nail polish, I would say. I might describe it as being like a little bit thin and runny. I do find it a little hard to manipulate it on the nail. Might also be that I'm just not an expert at this by any means. And it might just be that these are very light colors, but I do find the coverage is kind of sparse. When you do the first coat, which I'm gonna do on my finger here to show you, you can still see the nail through it at first, and you do have to do a second coat. See, on my thumb here, you can see that this is just one coat on my thumb. I don't know if I can get it to focus here. But you can see that you can still see some of my thumbnail through that first coat. So I'm gonna have to add a second one if I want full coverage. And you can see like some of my other fingers here, for example, of what full coverage looks like. So let me open it up here. I'll show you how it goes on my nail. So there we go. It's kind of runny. Went on pretty smoothly, but as you can see, it is showing through a little bit there. I'm just going to add a second coat to my thumb. Yeah, so that's what it looks like after adding the second coat to my thumb. Now, I wanted to talk about the one thing that I really don't like about this nail polish, and that is that it takes absolutely forever to dry. I will typically put on a coat and I'll set a timer for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes it's definitely hard enough to the touch that I can like add a second coat. But then for the next, I want to say as much as like 6 hours, the nail polish is still extremely susceptible to damage. And here's what I mean by that. So if I paint my nails and I wait for them to dry and then later I'm getting ready to go out, like I'm putting on my jacket, I'm putting on my shoes, I could look at my nails after that and see nicks in them where they touched my zipper and spots rubbed off at the tip where they dragged along my shoelaces. And this is all happening like a very reasonable amount of time after painting the nails, like over 30 minutes to like an hour to 2 hours later. And that can be incredibly frustrating when it feels like I've waited for so long and there's still some nicks. So as you can see, actually I'm just noticing in my thumb here, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this to focus, but yeah, you can see a little nick in the side of my thumb. And that's like one example of like a small amount of just like an imperfection that happened when this like nail was like should have been dry enough but clearly wasn't. And I do often notice the second day that these nails feel very solid and hard. Like if I paint my nails in the evening, then the next morning after sleeping for like 8 hours, the nails feel very stable. I can like rough them up and not much happens. But it's so unrealistic. Like I can't usually make it 8 hours without touching things in my house or changing my clothes or handling my car keys. And those are all things that will inevitably cause imperfections in the nails. And so it's incredibly frustrating, and the top coat doesn't do anything to change that. This happens whether or not I use the top coat. So what are my overall impressions of this nail polish? Well, I really wanted it to work, and I do commend Essie for working to create a line of nail polishes that are less hazardous than the conventional type. But I think that the frustration of just how long it takes for this polish to dry and how easily the nails get damaged in the hours after the application just means that it's not worth it, at least for me. I don't have the kind of lifestyle where I can just sit around watching TV and letting my nails dry for like hours after doing them. So yeah, unfortunately for me, I do think that I am back to the drawing board and I'm going to be looking for a new clean nail polish to try out. So let me know your thoughts below. Have you tried this one? What did you think of it? And please let me know if there are any clean or low hazard nail polishes that you think I should try next. Thank you.